Sacagawea, the heroine of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Right, here we are looking at the Great Falls of the Upper Missouri River. There were 6 of them. There's a big hydroelectric dam behind them, but this is to give you a sense of what it was like. Only one of 6. There's only 2 of the 6 Great Falls that now are evident any longer. The rest having been covered up by the damming of the river.
So we're at the lowest of the 6 Great Falls that Lewis and Clark had to face. Over there you can see that the dam now, the original falls was 77.3 feet. The dam is a little bit over 80 feet. All of the Great Falls have now been dammed and used for hydroelectric. Looking downstream of the Upper Missouri River, just below Ryan Falls, the lowest of the Great Falls of the Missouri River.
This is pretty much how Lewis and Clark would have seen it. Portage. All right, this is our campground. We actually came down this stretch of the river after paddling 26 miles. Came down here and we landed at Little Sandy. Wait. Now, go.
Jesus, what a bad director. My favorite thing that happened today is when I punched Pat Houston in the mouth.
Oh, that was so cool.
Oh, wait a minute. I haven't done it yet.
You're on.
My favorite day was watching Brian's head catch the wind and propel his boat down the river.
Okay, ready?
It was just like,
My favorite moment is when we approached the landing and we put our first feet into the canoes and we set sail for the Columbia River. It was fantastic.
He's a real jerk. Now,
Okay, you know, I think my favorite moment today was, maybe your favorite moment today was when we were just gliding along the river. No outside noise, no paddles, just the sound of the wind blowing the grass and frogs cricketing. Frogs cricket, they make noises anyway. That was definitely my moment. And then jumping in the lake, in the river, swimming, yeah, cooling off. That was my my great moments, yeah.
favorite moment of today?
My favorite moment of today was
I thought this was supposed to be a low-tech adventure.
when the emphasis was less on me missing my gate at the airport and more on Jeff and David's
Yeah, but we never missed a plane.
canoeing. No, this is my best moment. This is my best moment.
It's not as bad as missing a plane. Go.
my best moment was when the pelicans that we passed on the little island took flight and flew into the wind. It was really neat. Glad to have all of my good friends and my new friends with Glenn on this trip. And it was pretty cool seeing the eagle.
Go.
All right, truly, my best moment of the day was when we pulled up on that beach and Glenn said, "We're done for the day."
We're not even going to that next
We're not
street.
even going to the next street. We're stopping right there.
right, after paddling 26 miles yesterday, we camped down there, and on Tuesday morning we hiked up to this vantage point overlooking the Missouri River, and you can see the extraordinary vista here. And we're at a bluff, and there's Tony. Bluff. This is Explorer Tony, and we're at a bluff above which, or on top of which, Blackfeet Indian have teepee rings up here, which we've seen, which are at least 300 years old.
The teepee rings that we're seeing here were probably occupied by Blackfeet Indians, which are were the dominant tribe in this area. And if you look at the size of the teepee rings, that might give us a clue as to how old they are. The Blackfeet got their horses around 1730. And once tribes got horses, the size of their teepee increased pretty substantially. So if you look at this teepee ring right here, it's pretty good size and probably represents a teepee that was transported by horse. But there's never been a dig done at this site, so anything I'm saying here is pretty much speculation.
This is a view from the teepee rings up above the Missouri River in Sandy Bottom, where we camped last night. But look at the grandeur, the sweep of this here.
We're on the second day of our journey. We're on our way, about a 4-mile round trip hike to Neats Coulee. We understand that once we get there,
So we're at the entrance of Neats Coulee, getting ready to hike up to the coulee. It's nice and wide at the mouth, and we'll see what's up all the way.
What we got here, Glenn?
He's actually a pain in the butt with it.
We got a cliff of eagle sandstone here, and all of the holes in it are places where concretions have fallen out. If you look over to the right, you can see some of them still stuck in the cliff. And then down here on the ground, these cannonball-like rocks or concretions that have already fallen out and left the pock marks. Do you know, do owls mate for life? Do they pair up?
I don't know. Here we are. We just hiked all the way up Neats Coulee, and we came to this point from all the way down there in the river. About steep climbing through lots of rocks. So here is Rick preparing onions for dinner.
It's very important to remove the rust.
And as you're doing this, Rick, what was the most memorable moment of your day today?
Oh man, the most memorable moment. My day was it's kind of a toss-up. I really got a kick out of seeing that other bald eagle in the bald eagle nest. But I think I'd have to say going up through the Slot Canyon. Just that whole hike. It was nice to have a significant amount of time today out of the canoe.
My most memorable part of the day was hiking the Slot Canyon, jumping from rock to rock, and seeing the pelicans yesterday.
Nice.
That's all.
Favorite moment of the day? It's kind of hard to say because there's so many special moments. So, I don't know, today was just, I think the whole day was just rather special.
How about my music? Greatest thing today was hike up Neats Coulee and seeing the two great horned owls we saw. Just was a special moment.
Go.
Okay, my favorite moment of the day was seeing your dimpled ass come out of the river after you cleaned up.
My favorite thing of the day was the great horned owls also. To see the one sitting in the front, light colored, big male probably, and then behind it, the much darker one, which I didn't notice for like 5 seconds after I was looking at the big one. Amazing.
So, I'm going to take it back to your ass, your dimpled ass.
Bump, bump.
The owls are great,
So
the two
that's
owls
power.
are great, the hike was
It'll
great, it
come
was
up.
fun, but
If
it
you
wasn't
want
so much
zoom,
your ass,
you
but the
can.
timing of the joke that someone
I
said,
wouldn't worry
that
about
Tony
it,
said.
probably do it.
Talking about the beautiful sights, and Tony points towards your ass. I know it's all about Brian's birthday.
That was definitely a highlight of the
yeah,
day.
I know it's all about Brian's birthday, but
Started with a great breakfast by Glenn. He cooked us up some eggs and bagels that were just fantastic. Everything tastes better when you're out in the wilderness. We had a great hike, saw some great sights along the way, and we all made it back safe. We're ready for a nice dinner. It's going to be another great day out in Montana.
Go.
My favorite part of the day today was paddling with Dave to get here quick to get a campsite. Dave was like totally in sync today. He was switching sides at just the precise, perfect moment. And it was, how could you put it, paddling mecca.
Note, they smoked a family with a 2-year-old to get here ahead of time.
Hey, my favorite memory of today was hiking up to that hole-in-the-wall place, which was fun, great hike, hot, steep, not that long, great view, and then it was almost more fun coming down. The only problem was the mosquitoes, lots of mosquitoes, but it was fun.
Go. Today we took the most awesome of the 3 hikes we've done so far, hole in the wall, great scrambling, great views.
My favorite moment today after a hard day of paddling and hiking was putting on a giant PFD diaper and floating down the river with some of my good friends.
You're on.
My favorite moment of the day was when Tony got back from the toilet this morning and explained that he couldn't figure out how the woman that was in there before him snuck away without him noticing. Probably the same way the plane got away from the airport without him noticing.
Go.
My favorite moment of the day was paddling that big-ass 24-foot canoe with Peter and Lyle. We were having a great time. Just a wonderful boat to paddle and two great guys to paddle it with. And they paddled.
They actually paddled?
Note, paddling, what a concept, huh, Rick?
Was for me.
Go.
I don't think I can say this was a moment, but it's something that I shared as we were taking our PDF float down the river. I don't remember having laughed so much and so long with a nicer group of guys in a long time. This has been a great vacation.
If he thinks we're a good time, think about the poor state of his life.
My most favorite moment today was, in all seriousness, being with Pat Houston and as my canoe buddy as we came down the Upper Missouri River for about 4 or 3 hours. It was really very, very, very enjoyable.
How enjoyable was it, Tony?
So, hi, I'm back. You know, after thinking about it, my most enjoyable moment of the day was finally getting that bitch Pat to start listening in how to row a canoe. I mean, he was up there, front of the boat, trying to control the boat. I mean, it was like, finally I gave up, you know?
You paddle a canoe, you don't roll a canoe.
Paddle, you know? And once Pat got under control, once he started listening, which I know is very hard for Pat, you know, we started doing all right. And you know, I know Pat had little strokes. You know, for every 10, I wasn't counting, but every 10 strokes that Glenn did, I noticed Pat got in about 6.
Last night we heard the siren song of the mermaid at the Sip and Dip in Great Falls, Friday night. It was fun.
Okay, tell me what, I gotta echo Pedro here. I thought the Sip and Dip was really fun. There was a mermaid, there were old people, young people, there was even a gay guy.
Wedding party.
There was a wedding party. There were gypsies or belly dancers on
dancer,
cowboys,
motorcycle.
Piano Pat, and the whole thing took place in a tiki bar.
So I think one of my favorite things from this whole trip was just all the laughs that we had. I mean, it was like one barrel laugh after another. The scenery was great. The camaraderie was extraordinary.
Ready.
My most memorable event was reflecting on the fact that Lewis and Clark traveled 4,100 miles and I couldn't even find my freaking gate to the airport. That was my most memorable moment.